Hello everyone and welcome to LEGO Burst. My name is MJ and today I'm going to be talking about a subject close to my heart. I'm going to be talking about Exo-Force because Exo-Force is the LEGO theme that got me back into LEGO. I was walking through House of Fraser, which is a department store in the United Kingdom, just like on my lunch break at work, and I was walking through the toy section because I'm a big fan of toys and I've just never really grown up, to be honest. And anyway, I was walking through the Lego section and they had a small plastic display box which had the Grand Titan in, this one here. And I thought it looked amazing. I loved his bright green hair. My favourite colour is green, so that was cool. And I saw that it had like fibre optics or whatever, or this optic tube with a light. And I think you could actually even press it and it lit up, and I was just like, oh my god, that's amazing. And it was £9.99. Such good value back then, it really was, for 200 pieces. Really, really good. So I bought it on a whim. I was like, oh, Lego. So I bought Lego and built it, and I absolutely loved it. I really did. I absolutely loved the set, and I was like, wow, this is incredible. And I went to buy the others. So I did buy the others, and it was a theme that I really, really got back into, and it is what kick-started my passion for Lego again. Now, Exo-Force is somewhat similar to Ninjago. They both have a kind of Japanese style theme, but also they are quite different as well. Ninjago goes down the more mythical route. Obviously you've got dragons, you've got ninjas, you've got, what's the word, spiritual enemies, and I know there's some robots in there as well, but that's kind of the way that they went with it. And of course all the architecture is old style and Japanese and really, really cool, and I love Ninjago obviously. The way that Exo-Force went with it was a bit more of a futuristic way. Obviously they've all got mechs, and I know there are mechs in Ninjago as well, but they went with mechs, light up features. The main villains were robots throughout all the series, and it was very much a, obviously, manga style theme. So, I want them to bring Exo-Force back. It would make me so happy. Now, there are, as I say, there are similarities between Ninjago and Exo-Force, so it has to do stuff to set itself apart. What do I think it should do? Well, first of all, I think that the villains could be improved. Keep robots, but just give them better minifigures. I think that the kind of dodgy robots that they released back 10 years ago, they were okay, not bad, but just when you get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them in all the sets, just a few different colours doesn't really cut it. So I would like to see the robots return, but on a kind of normal minifigure base, maybe with some moulded heads and moulded arms possibly as well, just things to set them apart and give them different armour pieces as well. So I think that would be really cool. But not only that, I think we could have different villains as well. So there could be maybe an overarching human enemy that maybe gains control of the robot army, something like that. And then in future waves you could have different kinds of enemies, so you could have maybe aliens. That would be very cool, and I think that would fit in with the overall style of Exo-Force. Second, I think that the minifigures themselves could be improved, i.e. the heroes. They're good in the previous series, but they're quite plain, especially by today's standards. I think they would be considered quite plain. So they could have maybe some exclusive armour pieces. Keep the cool heads and the really funky hair. Maybe give them unique weapons. I think that would be a good idea. Maybe like unique futuristic blasters or futuristic swords. Maybe even just the samurai sword piece, but in a transparent colour, like a transparent colour for each of the good guys. That would be really cool, and then they could each have their own kind of power. Obviously, again, like Ninjago, but these are themes that work well in Lego. Next up, the overall theme tends to have some kind of gimmick with Lego. So what would the gimmick be of this? I think that the Exo-Force theme has always been like a technological style theme, and they all seem like very technologically savvy individuals. So I think that there should maybe be like a modular element to the sets. What that means is overarching themes in the set which have elements that you can interchange. So it could be a new style of connector for Lego, like an easy snap kind of joint, or of course they could just use the existing elements that they have to create customizable pieces that you just, you know, through promotion and box art, you see that it is heavily customizable. I think that would be a really cool feature. Next up, I've always enjoyed collectability in sets, i.e. the artifacts. So in Ninjago it happens quite often. There's individual elements that are exclusive to individual sets that come together to form like a uniform artifact. Also, like for example, happened in Atlantis with the different colour keys. I think that should definitely happen in Exo-Force. Again, it could be something like the swords, it could be something like special swords, or maybe even a really cool idea would be transparent cogs. Almost treated as like energy cores that you can put into the cores of all their mechs and then maybe close them in. And which brings me on to my next point, lights. I definitely think that they should have lights if they were to bring it back. I'm talking as if it's going to happen, but this is all very fantastical. The lights, they should bring back the lights. They should bring back the lights with different colours. I'm sure they could probably use a different element to what they used 10 years ago, although I don't think it was a bad element, but the lights tended not to be too strong, and it was just a bit of a weak element, the way you have to press it directly on, and things again could be improved, and of course the mechanism themselves could be improved as well. But if you keep the like optics with the tube as well, as I say, if you bring in this transparent cog element or whatever it would be, you could actually have it so that the light changes depending on the element that you put on it, and indeed that could go as far as affecting the customizable elements as well. If you had a lot of transparent joint pieces, it could illuminate almost the whole skeleton. Like the exoskeleton of the mechs could be made up of entirely transparent pieces, or mainly transparent pieces, and really give them a striking look. And then finally, minor point, things like hologram stickers. That would really kick off the theme. So that is what I think they should do if they were to bring back Exo-Force. I'm going to be doing more Exo-Force videos in the near future. I'm going to be focusing on it a lot, and I hope to actually do some custom Exo-Force models as well. So stay tuned. If you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, because I like to bring unique content to you. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and let me know what you thought. Let me know what you thought in the comments below.